Club Soda Kenny. We're talking about horses. He goes, I used to own horses.
I owned horses.
And I'm sure he talked to the horses. Like Mr. Ed. What kind of horses, Kenny? What?
Quarter horses.
We're looking for the other 3/4.
No, I used to ride all my life until I was 17. I got my driver's license. I got different interests.
All your life till you were 17. You realize how silly that sounds?
Kenny Rock. He really does.
Did you ride Western or English?
No, I started English because that's what my
Faggot.
grandma wanted me to do.
What's English?
Really?
Side saddle?
Just about. It's the gayest thing.
What is English?
English riding is with the little English saddle.
Yeah, but it was cool. I used to do the jumping.
Yeah, you could jump with a Western saddle, too, and look like a man.
Like a cowboy.
Like a cowboy with a rope.
I redeemed myself because I rode bareback broncs and I tried a bull once.
You
Oh,
rode
you did?
bareback?
Yeah.
Did you like to
Fucking
ride
horse.
bareback?
Yeah.
Bareback.
Of course you did.
Wow.
Did you
Such
ever
a
put
horse sweat all over you?
Did you ever hang a tail over your face and go, guess what I'm supposed to be? The bringer of bad news for the other horses. Hey, look, I don't want to upset you, but his head was found in a producer's bed in Los Angeles.
Kenny is twisted. He picks me up this morning. The first thing he says to me is, what's wrong with your neck? And I'm like, what?
Well, I don't want to tell you, but...
He was just hoping that something was wrong with my neck. He was all excited, like, oh, I want to share in the bad news you have today.
What happened?
There's nothing wrong with my neck. Because I guess how I was holding my stuff as I was leaving my apartment today, it looked like I might have had a kink in my neck. He was like, oh, my God, what's wrong with your
he
neck?
was hoping.
He was so excited to hear how awful it was.
Kenny's a tragedy junkie.
Yeah, he's addicted to tragedy.
He likes being the bearer of bad news.
How about a good morning?
I know. How about some good news once in a while?
Right.
You get none of that out
And
of
then
him.
on the way, speaking of bad news, on the way to work this morning, we're flying to West Palm Beach this weekend because they're doing the bake sale. We're very excited. And Monday and Tuesday, we're doing our show live down there in West Palm Beach.
Yeah.
So he goes, what's wrong with your neck? And then we start driving and he goes, boy, I hope we can fly Friday. It's supposed to rain. I'm like, it's stupid rain.
I hope we could get out. The raindrops on the plane.
But see, what he's really saying is he's secretly hoping that we can't fly.
Of course.
And that we're all miserable in the airport for hours on end.
Because he'll be, I told you.
Right.
I told you on Tuesday that the weather.
This is what Kenny should say when he sees you. Look, I've got some negativity unless you've got something you'd like to bring to the table.
You're just the worst. God, it's what, Tuesday, and he's already checking forecasts, hoping that something awful is heading our way.
What a wet blanket. Kenny's a wet blanket.
I just want to see Kenny through history. I don't know, that Hindenburg, I've seen hydrogen, it goes up. Can happen.
Yeah, beforehand, right?
Oh, the humanity. The Hindenburg coming into Lakehurst. Here it is. The mooring line's dropping, and it's bursting into flames. I told them hydrogen is explosive, but they didn't want to listen. Look, burning people. There they are. I'm sure their family's very upset that their charred remains of their loved ones are laying on the ground here in Jersey.
I told the Titanic to make a left.
Iceberg dead ahead, sir, but you didn't want to listen. I told you to slow the ship down, but you had to set a speed record. Now we're all going to perish in the icy North Atlantic.
I told ya.
I told you. You didn't want to listen.
Freaking checking weather 3-4 days in advance. And then it's going to rain like, what was it, the Wright brothers?
Look, America, I don't want to bring bad news, but at 12:51 p.m., President Kennedy died.
All excited. Secretly excited that he gets to share this with everybody.
No, I told them, put the top up. But they didn't want to listen. It's a nice day. Jackie wanted to show a hat off or something. It's stupid. Now he's dead, people.
They're trying to save a few dollars.
Houston, they got a problem. I told them. 13, you don't name it. You go right from 12 to 14. It's an unlucky number.
And then, of course, when it's something where it's good news, I don't want to read this. Let someone else read it.
Oh, it's good. Good, okay.
But also he goes, the first words, I mean, you know the deal because you do the same thing. By the time Kenny sees me, I've only been awake maybe 15 to 17 minutes. And also, what's wrong with your neck? And also now I think something might be wrong with my neck.
My sleep?
And I'm going to find out when I officially wake up.
A rat's been chewing on it.
Right.
And Kenny's the best at telling you to shut up politely. Like, because we all complain about the same thing. He has to hear our nonsense, and he's just good at listening. He's a good listener.
Yeah.
But I'll say something like, man, I can't believe I ate like such a pig. It's okay. Treat yourself. Treat yourself. You deserve it. You worked hard.
Gets all excited if you start getting a little roll. He secretly is happy.
Just stay away from the trans fats because they'll kill you. I knew a guy.
I got a whole list of things that'll kill you if you want to hear it.
And by those, he means fats that are male fats dressed in female fats clothing.
Not transgendered fats.
Oh.
What you go and pick up at night.
So that was my ride today.
Come here, chubby.
I'm trying to think if there was anything else. Every morning it's some just bad thing. Weather's going to be bad for our flight to West Palm Beach, and and there's something wrong with my neck that I was unaware of.
You do understand planes fly above the clouds?
Yeah, I know, but if there's going to be delays, then, you're going to be miserable sitting there.
See?
Kenny's the only person on a plane.
Going to be miserable.
It actually rains on him in the plane. He's the only one.
It's weather.
Yeah, I fully expected it.
Stewardess, umbrella, please.
They could have flown out on the 10 a.m. if someone knew how to do ticketing.
Oh, yeah, that one.
Yeah, we've heard that one.
I'm sitting in the last row of the plane.
And you purposely... Because he purposely does that.
He's the martyr.
No.
He is the martyr.
The seat doesn't go all the way back.
Look,
Oh, no, it would. They just wonder, why is there a hole in the wall? I put my head back. I had to sleep.
Like Herman Munster flying.
Kenny told me one time he was flying in first for working with Dice, and he puts his chair all the way back, and there was like the seat went all the way back, and the guy behind him was annoyed.
Yeah.
So the guy kept opening his newspaper and brushing the back of Kenny's hair.
Oh, it could start a fire.
And what did you say? You said something menacing to him on the plane.
I forget, but that was like a whole big deal. The stewardess yelled at me to put my seat up, and it was coming back from...
Get out of here.
Tired from the weekend. And I'm like... I'm not putting my seat up. It goes back. Just as far, tell him to put...
Have him to put his back.
Because I sit in bulkhead so nobody can put their seat back.
You are a bulkhead.
So, and the stewardess yelled at me to put my seat up, and then the guy next to me, who was like minding his own business, I made him put his seat, because she said my seat was broken, it was going too far back. And the guy next to me, who wanted no part of the argument, I made him put his seat back to show that it went back the same length. And then the guy was so annoyed, he just kept kicking my chair and, hit me with the newspaper.
What an ass.
Stewardess was taking his side.
So what finally happened?
I just went
The plane went down, all perished but me.
Didn't you tell the guy to stop touching you?
I probably did something.
All right, way to humiliate me.
all right. That's
You gotta bring up a fun story.
Menacing.
Yeah, really.
Something menacing.
No, this is gentle Kenny. I don't remember. We
I have
talked
no
about it.
common sense filter in my brain.
All right, Kenny. Thank
Out
you.
the window like Goldfinger.
It's the Opie and Anthony Show.